Hello aviators, welcome back to the channel, the Pro Pilot Playbook. This is a little bit different thing we got today, and I know we've been off the channel here for a little bit, and this one's not going on iTunes and all that stuff. It's just a YouTube exclusive, I guess you could say, and it's just me today. Obviously Mike's not here. We have got a ton of your guys' questions to answer and to get to. The private jet world has just been exploding right now. Well, all of aviation has, but finding just one date where Mike and I can be together and be uninterrupted and record some of these things is becoming far more difficult than we could have ever imagined. We've got a date on the calendar, though, to sit down and just record hours of these things, answering as many people's questions as possible. So we're going to get to you. But today, got something special, and I wanted to give a little intro to it so it's not so abrupt coming into it. I shot this last year. It was last September. I did a trip out to San Diego, and we were supposed to do another trip to San Diego a couple weeks after this one. That never happened. I was going to get a couple more locations, but I shot this thinking I would put it up here on the channel, and today's the day. Today is May 27th, 2022. Today is the day the new Top Gun Maverick comes out, hits theaters. It's probably already playing somewhere right now. And I wanted to put this up, an homage, little fun thing showing what you can do when you're out on the road as a pilot, from scouting out all the locations from the 1986 Top Gun movie. Anyway, here it is, and we will get to your questions and go on with our regularly scheduled program here. But this is just a little something fun thought we'd throw in there. A little bit different video today. I was just out messing around. I'm in San Diego and got some time to burn. Took the rental car out. I was just out roaming around some of the locations that I don't know. Actually, here behind me, if you can decipher, some of you guys. Oh, it's trying to focus on. I do. I don't know if this street looks familiar to anybody. This whole scene here. This was in the movie Top Gun, where Tom Cruise and Kelly McGillis are racing down the streets in the motorcycle and the Porsche, and then right over here in this tree is right there on the other side of the street is where she comes up behind him in the Porsche, and they have their little spat. But this is what you do when you're on the road and you're bored. Different cities. I've done this in Forrest Gump shooting locations, stuff like that. Just whatever, you travel for a living. It's better than sitting in a hotel room. So yeah, right here, this location, this tree, this part of the street right here is where the Porsche and the motorcycle were. Tom Cruise and Kelly McGillis here in San Diego, where she comes to the screeching halt behind him on the bike. It's kind of crazy that one tree right there, it's still there, and I don't know, the rest of the trees around here don't look the same. They're not a palm, and they're newer. So I wonder if some clever city person left that tree there just because it was in the movie. It's right where they shot that scene. I don't know. Just a thought. It's possible. Anyway, I got a couple more locations that I want to hit up while I'm here in town, and I'll show them off here. All right, we're here at the Lafayette Hotel in San Diego, just down the road from where I was before. Actually, a lot of these scenes are right next to each other, but this is the hotel where the bar room scene was filmed, where the whole group sings "You've Lost That Love and Feeling" to Kelly McGillis. And it happens
downstairs in a banquet room of this place, supposedly called the Mississippi Room. And don't know if I'm just going to be able to walk in there and get access to it, but we'll see what happens here. This place looks kind of hoity-toity is why I'm saying that. It looks kind of fancy. I don't know if I'm just going to be able to roam around in there. We'll see what happens. This is the room that they shot the bar scene in, where they sang "You've Lost That Love and Feeling." All right, that did not go as planned. Well, it went about as well as it could. I had to talk somebody in to let me into the room, possibly under some false pretenses, but I got to see it. It really wasn't that much. It was really small in there, and you would have never ever guessed that was the room. And even the space of the room, it was just a teeny tiny little space. It was just a little space of a huge room, and they only shot like the one little spot of it. You can tell from the circle in the ceiling, if you go back and look at the scene in the movie, that it was the spot. But man, you would have never guessed it. But oh well, kind of cool. I've been there. On to the next spot. All right, another little stop on my impromptu tour is in this little community called Liberty Station in San Diego. And by the way, it's just weird that this movie came out 35 years ago, and I'm able to find, most of these places. That the banquet room at the hotel had, of course, there was no bar there anymore, but the girl that was showing me around said there was a bar there underneath that circle on the ceiling that was taken out some years ago, but probably somebody's got that bar in their basement now. This is the bar from Top Gun. I don't know. I would have it in my basement. But this is this little scene right here, this walkway you may recognize, was used in several scenes. This little Liberty Station area was used for some shots to make it look like it was the base, the naval base. But this walkway is where the start of that scene that I went on the street side when I first started filming, where she chased him down in the car, was all originated right here. As a matter of fact, if I walk down here, right at the edge, right down there, is right there is where he was on his motorcycle when he was revving the engine saying, "I can't hear you, I can't hear you." And then he took off and she pursued. I think there's another scene after it with this walkway right here when Goose dies. When Goose dies, he is, you see him walking along this stretch right here, kind of all sad and whatnot, as if he just walked out of the office there on base or something. Anyway, kind of cool. At least it is to me. Danger zone. There was one last place that I had to go see while I'm in San Diego, and this will conclude the Top Gun tour. But it's the Kansas City BBQ there, right across the way. And as the story goes, I guess there was a movie producer that was in town scouting locations and ate there and decided to put it in the movie. And it's right in downtown. See the sun setting over there. Nice September sunset in San Diego. I guess they got a bunch of memorabilia and the scene where Goose was singing Great Balls of Fire, and the end of the movie where he puts the coin in the jukebox and Kelly McGillis walks around the corner. Anyway, there were several scenes shot there. So we're going to check it out. Maybe I'll even eat there. Although I heard it isn't, well, I shouldn't say that. We'll see what the menu looks like. May just end up at the Cheesecake Factory right behind me. Yes, they have all kinds of memorabilia in here. This is a scene shot from the movie. You can see behind Tom there sitting at the bar is this Kansas City sign, which was saved from the fire. Evidently, I've been told that is the original picture of Kansas City that was hanging. Looking around, there's a bar. This is the original piano that Goose was playing Great Balls of Fire on. This was saved from the fire. There's Goose and his son sitting on the piano, which I've been told is a main plot line in the new movie coming out. Goose's son. Could be bad information. Movie hasn't come out yet when I'm shooting this. I guess this is the actual side that most of the shooting was done in, which is off to the side of the bar. All right, we got food. Getting some barbecue here in the Kansas City BBQ Top Gun bar. Right next to the piano. Okay, well, of course I ended up eating there. Can't say it was the best barbecue I've ever had, but I've had a lot of barbecue in, you know, the places where you're supposed to eat barbecue, not San Diego. But it was cool seeing the bar and, you know, all the stuff from the movie. Yeah, I was 10 when Top Gun came out, and it was my favorite movie for a long time. I mean, I knew I wanted to be a pilot before that movie came along, but you know, that movie definitely sealed the deal for me. That movie probably influenced a whole bunch of people to become pilots who are professional pilots now. Anyway, I know it's not the normal thing we put on our channel. It's usually the podcast, but I thought this was interesting enough to throw up on the channel here, and I hope you enjoyed it. All right, well, I'm off back to the hotel here to get some rest so I can take the jet from San Diego to Vero Beach, Florida tomorrow. Another long day, but it's all worth it because I get to do stuff like this, and so can you. Go to ProPilotPlaybook.com, figure out how to do it. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.